Good morning. My name is Heather Fingston, and I am with Pink Ninja Blogger. Hello to both of you.
Hi, Heather.
Thank you
Hey,
for joining me this morning, or almost afternoon. So my first question is to Josh. So how was it taking Blue outside and taking her to the big city?
It was really, really exciting. I want to do more of it. I hope we can do a second movie because we just had such a great time. It's always fun working on the show. I've never been happier when I'm working on the show. And the fact that we get to skidoo to the actual city of New York is phenomenal. There's no replacement for actually getting to be on location in the city that you're supposed to be in.
Right.
And I got my start on Broadway, and the fact that we get to be full circle doing this movie, talking about the things that we talk about in New York City with Blue is there are no words to describe it.
Absolutely. And Donovan, you have played
yeah.
an important role in Blue's life over the years. So how does it feel when you get to step back into character and catch up on old times with old friends?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Being on set with these guys is hilarious and awesome. It really is like being with a family. I mean, it's I mean they're family in the show, and we feel like family in real life too. So it's such a good experience. And then on top of all of that, being able to see it all happen in New York City, it's like a whole other level. And then seeing what Josh is capable of, what he brings to this movie it's really enjoyable, and it's magical. It's fun to watch him do his thing. Yeah.
Now, Josh, we watched last night as a family, and what I kept circling back to is we love Blue, but the real focus of this movie was you. How did it feel to be in the spotlight and to be in the spotlight?
What's interesting about quote unquote being in the spotlight, you get to at least I got to appreciate all the different departments, and all of the work that they did. I could not do what I did in the movie or on the show without all those people making sure that I was prepared. Our choreographers, Lindsay and Craig, and our assistant choreographer, Jessica, they helped me get to where I needed to be in a very short amount of time. And they're indispensable. Matt Stosky, this is his first feature, definitely not his last feature. I'm so glad we got to scoop him up and work with him before before he didn't have time for us.
Right.
And it's one of those things. Getting to see Steve Burns and Donovan Patton play the characters that we all know and love, but in a completely different light, it was a joy. And I hope we get to see more of that. And I hope, being this spot in the spotlight just gives you a better view of everything else that's going on around you to make sure that you can do what you do, and that the entire movie is as good as it is. And so it's being in the spotlight just gives you a better view.
Now, Donovan, just kind of looking at the evolution of Blue over the years, how do you feel about some of the changes that have occurred, and where Blue is today versus where she started?
Blue has never looked better.
Yeah.
You see her out there? Yeah, it's well, not only on Blue's Clues and You. I mean, it's just so much fun to watch that show and be able to be a part of that show when I can. But with this movie, seeing her out there running around New York City, running around by like the New York Public Library. I don't want to give away too many spoilers about like where they go and stuff like that. But some of the stuff, it's she looks great. She has kept it
Agreed.
up. I don't know. Yeah, right? Yeah,
She's looking way better than I do.
Oh,
right?
no,
What's funny
absolutely
about Blue is like
Hey, it's
no,
been 20 years. I look vastly different. She's looking good,
if we could all only be an animated dog.
right?
right?
And
Who do we call?
I need to
We gotta
talk to
find
someone. Last question, and I know we only have a few moments. Was there something to both of you that was just amazing working in New York and being on the set?
Um, Yes, aside from getting to spend more time with Steve and Donovan, and getting to see a different side of them that I would like to see more of, aside from getting to work in New York City on set, a dream of mine that I've always had was getting to work with Ali Stroker, specifically to be in scenes with Ali Stroker, BD Wong, and Taboo, and Alex Winter. They have been so instrumental in my life at different stages. I mean, Taboo and the Black Eyed Peas have been so hugely influential in believing that, you know, diversity works. And Alex Winter, the depth of his work, being able to do comedy, being able to do drama, and being on the other side of the camera as a filmmaker is something that's hugely influential to me. BD Wong, I wouldn't be here if it had not been for BD Wong. You know, I hate to make a pun of it, but setting the stage for me. I'm only here because I'm standing on the foundation that he and other Asian actors laid down before me. And Ali Stroker, I saw Ali Stroker for the very first time on stage in the Deaf West production of Spring Awakening, and I was completely blown away and inspired to do more of that kind of work. So the fact that we got to share a scene together was huge. Dono, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I mean, it's that scene in the taxi was tons of fun, and being able to meet BD Wong, you know, because some of this movie takes place in a theater, and I started in the theater as well, and I'm a sucker for it. Like, you know, there's something about it where just being physically in a theater is. Oh, it puts my soul at peace, and so like that was fun to be able to work there, and then like to be able to just I don't act a lot with BD Wong in this movie, but being able to meet him and then watch what he does later was, oh, I love that guy. And but then I'm telling you, what Josh does in this movie is like, I'm jealous of it, first of all, because it's stuff that I will never ever be able to do, no matter how much I stretch. And yeah, there's the wire work that you do in there. I have a cool, I don't know, I'll put it out on the internet at some point. I was able to film while they were filming one particular sequence that Josh does. He's on top of this ladder, like it's a fantastic, and it's just like, you know, who can do that? Not very many people. It's pretty
Right.
awesome watching him, you know, and he brings a ton to this movie. And there's times where you're laughing, and there's times where you genuinely are going through some emotional stuff,
Yes.
because you know and those are some emotional notes that you don't often hit in the Blue universe, as it
True.
were. Uh,
True.
but but Josh brings it, and it's a really fun ride.
I want to thank you both for your time today. I appreciate you. We love the movie and can't wait to see what happens next. So thank you.